YouTube. Yeah, we are on YouTube. So we can start. Hello YouTube. We are here for a more English immersion. Um, Actually, you see me more on the Spanish immersions, but now I'm starting with a English host here, and we are gonna talk about tech world in this immersion, and we can start with the presentation. Okay. Uh, Let me just accept Adrian here. Submit. See. Hey Adriano, how are you? Yeah, okay.
Hi guys, sorry being late. I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm very great. No problem. We are starting here on YouTube and with the presentations. Okay, I will start. So, my name is Warley. I'm 24 years old. I live in Recife, Pernambuco. I work as a front-end developer. I work with IT, and I'm also a Spanish and English host here on Talk and Talk. And nowadays, I'm focused more on improving develop my English skills. Okay. Camila, can you present yourself, please?
Yes, sure. Hi, guys. My name is Camila. I am 39 years old. I live in São Paulo. I work as an accountant in an energy company. It's a Japanese company, and we use more English to talk with the others. I used to live by myself, but now my mom's living with me, so I have a guest these days. I don't have kids, I don't have pets either. In my free time, I love to read. I start to go to the gym again this month. I am here in Talk and Talk since April, I guess. And I think that's it, guys.
Really great. Thank you. Pedrito, can you present yourself, please?
My name is Pedrito Souza. I am 35 years old. I live in Santa Maria, Rio Grande do Sul, born and raised here. I'm working for 16 years as with IT, and now I'm looking for a new opportunity for as a DevOps engineer in this area.
Great.
And this is my my second time in the talking platform.
Really great. Really great. And how about you, Oswaldo? Can you present yourself, please?
Yeah, for sure. Good afternoon, people. I'm Osvaldo. I'm 36 years old. As Warley, I'm a front-end developer in a startup, in payment method startup. I work at home office and live in Americana, next to Campinas, São Paulo. I live with my fiance and stepson, but I have two sons that don't live with me, so I have three children. I have been working on a side project too with other four partners. I'm sorry. In my free time, I like to play video games. I like to play lives, and I'm here to learn more English with all of you, and maybe share my life knowledge with all of you. And that's it.
Amazing. And how about you, Adriano? Can you present yourself, please?
Hi guys, good afternoon. I'm Adriano. Sorry about my pronunciation about my name because sometimes I just make the pronunciation like an American accent. I don't know why. I'm 25 years old. Actually, I'm living in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Um, um, I'm front-end engineer, volunteer front-end engineer, focusing on React for American um, organization, which whose goals is to provide music education for children. Uh, sorry, this is my first time in Talk and Talk. And actually, I forgot that my computer, my laptop, the time is different. So right now it's about 17, and what's going on? I received the notification in my email. So what's going on? Yeah, nice to meet you guys. And I think is it.
So it's your first time here on Talk and Talk ever?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Very great, very great. Welcome to this platform. Uh, so, um, if it is your first time, I will explain a little bit about the platform and for YouTube also. So, in general, Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for beginner, intermediate, or advanced students. So, it's not the mainly point your level of English or something like that, because the sessions are for all levels. And the main point is about this is not our regular class, and we are not here to teach you directly. I'm not a teacher as well, not a Spanish or English teacher, but you are gonna learn by practice a lot in a real environment and about conversation. So it's the main point here. And in general, you will develop a lot of your fluency and confidence as an English speaker in this case. We have another languages here on the platform like Spanish, French, and Italian also, and Mandarin. I guess. I
Yeah,
guess we
Mandarin too.
are. Yeah, so I think it's on Saturday the immersions of Mandarin, and yeah, we have a lot of language here. So that's the big picture, okay, about the platform. If you have any questions, let me know. We are trying to answer, okay? So let's go to the question number one. If you don't know, the main points about this kind of conversation is we have a topic and we have some questions to guide the conversation. It's not the unique point. We don't need to follow exactly the questions, but it's a guide. So we have a topic and we have questions. Okay. Is everything okay for you? Any question?
Yeah, it is okay. I just have one question because I'm here by the social program, and whenever I try to access the planner, I can't find.
Okay, I will send again the questions here on the chat. Can you see the questions on the chat?
Yeah, I can see right now. Thank you.
So, okay, very great. So we are going to start with the question number one. Okay, what is the technological gadget you use most in your daily life? How about you, Camila?
I was looking for this gadget. What does it mean before the immersion? And I realized that smartphone could be a gadget, and smartphone and Apple Watch, something like this. Watch, I don't know the name, correct name, but I believe also a personal computer could be a gadget or a webcam. So this is the most that I use in my daily routine. I use my smartphone, my Apple Watch, and my computer, and I guess the webcam, maybe even a headphone, I guess, right? So I have 5. So I have the most important for me is this 5 gadgets.
Really. And how about you as well?
My main device certainly is cell phone, and in this exactly moment, I'm using my cell phone cam to send my image for you. Yeah, and but I love many gadgets. When I said some minutes ago, I have some game controller. I have wheel to virtual racing. Well, and PC, like Camila said, and I think this is are the main device that I have to be using lately. And how about you, Pedrito?
For sure, my smartphone is the most gadget I use my daily life, and also my laptop and my earbuds. And you, Adriano?
About me, my smartphone as well, and also my laptop. And I used to have, I used to wear a digital watch, but I don't have anymore. Yeah, most of it's my smartphone and my earphones as well, and my laptop.
Do you think you use, for example, your smartphone more than you should? Adrian, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a big problem to me using my smartphone because I get very anxious using my smartphone. So it's a problem to me. Every time it's like automatically I start using my smartphone. Even when I try to stop using my smartphone, when I go to see, I'm just there typing or using WhatsApp or something like this.
Yeah, the same for me. How about you, Camila? What do you think?
I think I am really addicted with this kind of gadgets because sometimes you are just take a look. For example, if I spend 5 minutes before the immersion and you go to look at your cell phone, so I guess we are really addicted to this technological stuff like this.
Yeah, it's the same. It's complicated because all the time, all the free time that you have, I guess, you go directly for your smartphone. Yeah, it's
Yes, even if you are walking in the street, sometimes I get myself look at the cell phone. So this is not, in my opinion, this is not normal. This is not normal.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
I think now the smartphone is extending with our body.
yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah, we have the concept about wearable devices, I guess, but maybe smartphone would be a wearable device. Okay, you not wear the smartphone, but it's kind of part of your body. I really agree with you.
If
It's
you buy another get to attach cell phone in our body.
yeah,
So
exactly. Exactly. For example, when I go to run, I use this like a backpack in your body and in my body, and I put my smartphone for measuring the distance and something like that. And yeah, it's kind of a wearable thing, I guess. So it's really a wearable device, I guess. Yeah, it's complicated to not use smartphone nowadays. I guess it's pretty complicated. Okay, let's go to the question number 2. Which mobile application do you consider indispensable and why? What do you think, Adrian?
Um, for me, Actually, the LinkedIn app and my Gmail app because I'm employed, so I'm always trying to updating and see if there is someone. Is there a new notification in my email? But the social medias, it's the most thing that I spend all my time. I think I'm acted. Yeah, I know why I'm acted by. I'm addicted to those applications. It's easy dopamine, but yeah, I'm trying to stop using, but it's so hard. And how about you, Camila?
As you said about LinkedIn, I am almost like you. I used to be at LinkedIn, like Instagram, for example. I love it, LinkedIn, but nowadays I decide to stop it a little bit. But I believe, in my opinion, it's Spotify and YouTube because I love it. I love podcasts, and even if I cannot watch them, I am listening to them. So I believe this could be the most important for me. And of course, the apps that I could chat, right, as a WhatsApp, something like this. But nowadays I am really addicted to Twitter. So I have this problem. If I have 5 minutes without doing nothing, I going to check the news at the Twitter. So I guess this is a problem for me. And you, Oswaldo, what do you think? Do you love Twitter? Do you have it?
I have, but like you, I have to be using a lot of Twitter. But I think one year ago, I uh, I have never been used the Twitter. My mainly social network is LinkedIn, because our job, and but actually, my main mobile application is the application that I've been using to use my cell phone cam. I'm using this feature almost all of the time of my day to for meetings or here. And like you said, I love to listen Spotify, but in my case, it's more to listen to music, because I forgot to say in my presentation, I love to music too, and I can play guitar and try to sing some music, and
Nice.
and that's it. And you, Pedrito, what do you think about it?
For me, now is like gym too. For I'm unemployed now and looking for many opportunities, and also the email as Gmail and WhatsApp. I think using every day. And like you, I'm loving music, and I'm using more is YouTube music for
Yeah,
listening,
nice.
and I'm singing a lot, but not well.
Pretty great. As Camila said about Twitter, for me it's the same because nowadays I don't watch TV, for example, about news and something like that. But I use Twitter for that, or I try to do that to know about the news and what's going on Brazil on the world. But it's a little bit strange because it's different, I guess. Twitter is more open and uh, all the people can say what they want, and it's complicated compared this with TV or something like that about news. It's complicated, I guess, but yeah. I think you have to filter or try to not see all the things and block some people, and it will be okay. But it's difficult to use something like that, I guess. Uh, Adriano, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say because LinkedIn it's almost the same like
Yeah.
Twitter nowadays
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's too much
for
fake
sure.
news and you get involved in it. And sometimes I was going to just see the vacancies, opening vacancies, and I get myself reading everything and getting a thread or following a thread or something like this. And what's going on here? When I'm gonna see the time is like past 30 minutes, and it's crazy.
Yeah, and there is a lot of discussions on LinkedIn, for example, like on Twitter, about everything, and I don't know. It seems like it's the same discussion all the days, all every week, and yeah, it's strange for me. I don't know. I have a specific opinion about LinkedIn. I don't know. Maybe the idea of the platform is about all the people say that everything is enormous and it's interesting and it's great, and I don't know, this kind of sense of greatness, I guess, about the platform. It's strange for me, but yeah, I don't know, it's kind
I
of the platform way, right?
I agree with you, Arlie, and I have been taught that LinkedIn is transforming on Facebook, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, because the people have been said a lot of things that, in my opinion, wouldn't be say in this social network. LinkedIn must be, in my opinion, used only for work topics, and I lately I have been seeing posts about people asking for money, for example, and it's
Really?
strange. Yeah, in my
Oh,
feed, it is appearing this.
Uh, There are a
So
lot of sorry.
no, okay, go ahead, Adrian, please.
There are a lot of posts about people asking for money as well, and they got viral so easy because it's a short story and something like I don't know if I can classify as miserable or something like this. And it got viral easy because as a Brazilian person, we like to support each other. So it's so complicated in LinkedIn right now. And the viral topic is about home office versus
Yeah.
presential. And um, the, yeah, the trend topic. And another trend topic is about getting a job working abroad.
Yeah,
or about
it's
Guppy, right?
yeah, right. It's all the same. It's all the same discussion. It's all the same trend. I don't know. It's every week I see one discussion about uh, work from home and work at the office or something like that. It's pretty strange, but I think the main point that I need to understand and learning how I can filter this kind of posts and this kind of discussions and this kind of people, I guess, because I think it's about all the social medias in Instagram and Twitter and something like that. Because I don't know, I'm sometimes I'm really tired about all this same discussion and all the week and every week, all days, this same discussions. Sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's really it's really tired, I guess. But yeah, go ahead. So let's go to the question number 3. Okay. Do you prefer Apple devices, Android, or another system like Windows, for example? The context of cell phone, smartphone, or personal computer, for example. And why do you prefer that? What do you think, Pedrito?
Always I'm prefer the Android devices. I think because it's more openly for modification uh, and have too many apps and most part that was free and I think is uh, more different than the Apple. The Apple is more sophisticated and more expensive for me.
Pretty great. And how about you, Camila?
I had the two options here in my house, and I prefer 100% Apple devices, but I don't have too much money to have a laptop for an Apple. But of course, I would be in the future. But I guess I had a tablet here from Android system. It is terrible sometimes to use it. I don't know how to say that in English, but he spent maybe 5 minutes travado, or I don't know how to freezing. I don't know how to say that. And I am, for example, if I am starting a class and I need to take some notes at the tablet, and he's travado, and oh my God, what's happened? So I try to use, of course, my computer, it's Android, but I try. But I every time that I try to use Android system, I used to be really angry because this doesn't work. And I have some as my smartphone, and I said before, Apple Watch, it's you don't have any problems. This goes like this work for real, as should be Android. So I have a lot of problems with Android. Years ago, I was a Android flag person, like, oh, everyone need to use it. And nowadays I am the opposite because I have too many problems with this. I had a digital smartwatch before the Apple Watch, and I had so many problems to use it. So I guess this is a huge difference between the technology beside these devices, I believe. And you, Osvaldo?
It's interesting point, Camila. In my case, I would say that I haven't any money, so I have to buy Android device.
Yes.
And in my case, all of stuff, the Android devices have been worked very well. I haven't problem. I always I always have been Android devices in my life. But if when I have a little bit more money, I will try to buy one Apple device. That's it. And for you, Adriano, how do you think?
Uh, I don't have any options because I used to have Android device, so this is what I have contact with. But I would like to try Apple devices because everyone who buys Apple devices that is very clean, very smoothly. Um, but as I don't have one and I have one device, it's Android device. Every time it's complicated and he's crashing a lot. I don't know why. I got like those phones who, um, that bend or fold something like this, like Samsung Flip, and it's a terrible. It was a terrible idea. I would never have another phone like that. And but yeah, I prefer Android system, but I would like to try Apple systems. I like Windows as well, but just on my laptop. What I like about Apple devices is everything is connected. And if you have
Yes.
an Apple Watch or a smartphone and MacBook, everything's connected. So you can access everything, and this is what I miss using um, Windows and Android.
I prefer Linux. Just a little
Oh
side
God.
note.
Yeah, the system of the MacBook, I guess it seems like Linux, I guess, so it's pretty great for my opinion. I worked with a MacBook, and for me it was really amazing. Actually I don't have money to pay for a MacBook like 1,500 reais, I guess. But it's pretty amazing how it works. And I don't know, compared to Windows, I have an Windows device, but I don't know, it's pretty interesting how Windows works and how these things appear on your screen and how MacBook work, I guess. Actually I don't know how to say this in English, but Windows for me it's something like a gambiarra. It's a whole gambiarra system, I guess. I don't know why, but it's strange how it works, how a sound problem it appears and solves by uh, itself, and I don't know why it's going on. In MacBook, it's pretty just works. MacBook just works fine and it's easy to use and it's more simple, I guess. I really don't know. Uh, in the context of smartphone, I think it depends a lot of the person, I guess. If you need to use the camera and create content, for example, I think it's interesting to have an iPhone. But for me, I I don't use that a lot. So for me, Android it's great. What I use, and also iPhone it's so expensive. So I really don't know why people in general, if you don't use camera or something like that, buy an iPhone. So yeah, for me, Android in the context of smartphone, it's better if you have a top Android device, for example. Uh, but let me ask you a question, Camila. Do you say that your tablet device it was freezing
Yes.
a lot and you don't like that, but it has a good configuration, something like that?
No, it's a simple tablet. He's here, of course. And he is always in freezing. I don't know why. I used to have some notes, like a notebook. If I am in a
Yeah.
class, I had a bad experience. I went to an event and I had to spend all day there. And of course, this is really easy to carry with yourself because it's clean.
Yeah.
So I went at the event with this, and in that moment that I used to take some notes, this doesn't work, and I was like, oh my gosh. And what happened?
Yeah.
I had to take my cell phone and try to note this. So this is a good tool if you have to take some notes. We have a specific pen to take the notes. It's really easy to use. But when every day that I have to start a class, something happened and I was not able to use it. And I was talking with a friend and she said, oh, stop to use this. Please stop. You need an iPad because you know that it will work for you. But of course, it's really expensive. But I think if you have an Apple device, you cannot change it to another. because it's really hard. It's really different, I guess. As you said, this really work in the moment that you need it. So if I have to use this right now, I know this is not going to work. So it's terrible. And it's not cheaper. I guess this is, it's not a cheaper, like I just bought this because it was cheaper. No, was a high price that this should work, right? And I don't know what happened. And that, as Adriano said, all the devices as Apple, they are connected, so you can see everything you need. So I believe it's of course Apple, it's 100% better, but sometimes you're not able to use that.
Yeah, I asked you about that because I had a Samsung device before when I was young, but it was a cheaper one, like Galaxy Pocket, I guess, you know. And it was pretty hard because I remember that I was using that and it was freezing a lot using Facebook and this kind of social media and these applications. But nowadays I have a better Samsung device like S20 FE, I guess, and I think it works. It's pretty amazing. So I think it depends maybe about the configuration that you have and how do you use that. If you need to use that a lot on a lot of applications and a lot of complex applications, I think it impacts a lot, and it depends of the device, I guess. But yeah, I think there's a lot of good and bad devices in Android, maybe in iPhone also. So yeah, I think it depends a lot. But okay, let's go to the question number 4. What is your favorite social network and why? Why do you like that and why do you use that? Oswald.
I think I guess all of us maybe LinkedIn because in my case I use LinkedIn only to share job opportunities or to search about opportunity if I want to find one, you know. Only for this. I don't use LinkedIn to read about another topics than this that I see that I said now. And for you, Pedrito?
Is LinkedIn too, for me, I think is a better uh, tool for a professional tool. And now I'm using a lot, uh, posting my projects and looking for jobs, and it's pretty well. Uh, Even the posts, the the posts actually can we see all the day, but the main idea is a professional way, and for me is the best.
Yeah, I think like Instagram, Twitter, and all these social medias, there's a lot of good content and there's a lot of bad content and a lot of discussions um in that. But I think, as I said, I think the main points about future and know how to future that content and use as you like. I guess because I don't know what we can do more about this kind of bad content and about this uh, kind of discussion that goes to uh, nowhere place or something like that. So yeah. And how about you, Camila?
Um, when we are talking about social network, I prefer LinkedIn. I discovered Talk and Talk through LinkedIn, so it's a good example. And I had some courses through LinkedIn. I had I don't know how to say that in English. I had a mentoria before I met a person at LinkedIn. So I found my 5 latest jobs through LinkedIn. So I guess this is a social network who really works for your object, I guess. But of course, you don't have to spend too much time in that, because you are going to feel like you can find political discussion, you can find, as you said, Oswaldo, people asking for money. So I guess you have to be in focus what you need. And I have some friends to the social network LinkedIn. So I believe this is the most important for me, only because you can find a good opportunities at that, and you can look in what the others company are requesting for, even, I don't know, even a position. So you can be aware what you need to do to achieve that position. So I believe there's a good balance to be there.
Yeah, I think about network and find a job. It's the best tool, the best platform we have. I don't
Yeah.
know another that works like that. It has bad point, but it's pretty amazing what LinkedIn does, I guess. And other, how about you, Adrian? What do you think?
For me, I prefer YouTube. I used to use LinkedIn a lot because since my current situation, but I like too much spending time on YouTube because I can find the contents that I really like too. Um, and uh, honestly, I don't like any social media. I just use because I'm addicted to and I'm trying to stop it because it causes a lot of anxiety. Principal when having like FOMO or fear of missing out or something like that. And I really like YouTube because I can choose the content even the algorithm sometimes is trying to fight against me, but I really like YouTube.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think one phrase it's interesting about this kind of topic because in general it's not I don't like any social media also in general. In general it's not my fault, it's about dopamine. So I just to go addicted to that and use a lot. But uh, if I can, I wouldn't use that, I guess. But yeah, it's difficult to do that, to not use social medias and go alone without that. It's pretty complicated nowadays. Actually, Camila, I think you can say mentoria like mentorship or in a mentor session or something like that.
Thank you.
So let's see. I think we have more time to another question. So let's go to the question number five. What gadget you would you like to have that you have not yet been able to buy? It's a good one. What do you think, David?
I'm thinking, I guess I would like to have um, gadget linked to another question is a smart home device. I think I would have these gadgets to automatize my home more, and is pretty good to to have this type of gadgets, right, for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. It would be nice to have a smart home or a connected home with a lot of devices, right? It's pretty interesting. I love that. And how about you, Oswaldo?
Well, in my case, I'd like to have a MacBook because I have been finished the mobile course some months ago, and I don't have opportunity to try program with Apple devices, Apple smartphones. So I really like to have this get, and maybe in the future I will have one. And for you, Adriana?
About me, of course, a MacBook as well, because I used to run away from Linux, but I'm really enjoying to use Linux, and I want to try a MacBook because every developer that I met always say you need to buy a MacBook as well, and I want to try and see if the hypes really works. Yeah. And I don't know if you told us about it, but what about you?
Yeah, I think it would be interesting to have a smart home or some devices like that. But I think a simple gadget that I would like to have. It's like a smartwatch. I think this kind of smartwatch that measuring a lot of rates about you, about your dream, about uh, your activities, your physical activities, and about your heart and a lot of things. I think it's interesting. You can have a lot of rates and a lot of information and also a lot of knowledge about you. So yeah, I think it would be really nice to have one, I guess. And how about you, Camila? What do you think?
Um, maybe I think I would be like a MacBook, an iPad, because my tablet is not working, as I said. It's a Samsung. It doesn't work. I have a specific thing in my house that it's a smart door lock. And days ago, I was like, oh, I don't need it. And nowadays, it's really important. I don't have to take my keys for everywhere. So I just need to take my digital in that smart lock door. So I think, as Pedrito said, if I had the opportunity to change here in my house the system connected, I believe this could be a great option. But if I could choose, would be a MacBook and iPad. Just to start. Oh,
I
I
think
forgot to
all,
say about Kindle. It's of course, a
yeah,
great gadget. I love it here, and I had one, so I forgot to say that.
yeah, I like Kindle. I have one actually here, but
Oh, I love it.
I don't know. I sometimes and it depends on the book, but in general, I still prefer to read a physical book. I don't know why. I think maybe uh, it's more interesting to pass all the pages or something like that. It's strange to do that on a device, I guess, but it's pretty interesting because it's how can I say like in English?
We
It's
can
like
we can touch the pages. I think
Yeah.
yeah, and it's very interesting to go with that with a lot of books on your backpack, for example. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's a great device, I guess.
Yeah,
So go ahead. And
about Kindle, I have the same thought like you, Wally. I'll try to use Kindle as well because sometimes I like to read. Um, but I couldn't. Every time that I tried to use Kindle, I got so sleepy, and I don't know why.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
it's it doesn't happen when I'm having a book. Of course, it depends on the time that I'm reading, but with Kindle, I can't. I can't.
You don't have you don't wanna read at the night. You don't wanna
What?
read at the night because you sleep if you read.
Yeah, but I think it's more interesting compared to a device, for example, or a smartphone. If you read a book and something with that and compare with Kindle, because it's not both your eye and it's not hard for you to read that. But yeah, maybe you go so sleep to read that. Maybe I will try to do that before sleep and not use my smartphone before go to bed, I guess. I think it
Me
would
too.
be more interesting. I will try
Yeah.
that. It's better. But actually, I would like to send you here the link of survey. Here you can say what do you think about the immersion, to and suggestions about new topics, and I don't know, say what you want. And I would say I would like to say thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the conversation, and I hope you get here for another immersion on, I don't know, Thursday, on Thursday, uh, in this hour. So yeah, I would like to say thank you for you and see you in the next time. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.